But you can't do it alone, or at least you can't do it alone forever. I understand that, and in fact, I actually advocate trying not to do partnerships if at all possible, because partnerships are kind of like renting an apartment with your best friend in college, or kind of like first year of marriage, where like everything is just fine for a while, and then it just sort of, the minutia of life and the dishes sort of get in the way. So I've been married 10 years, and I don't know how many of you are married in here. Quite a few of you, okay. So before, when my wife and I got married, the very first year we were married, we had no kids, and it was just wonderful and peaceful, right? And then as soon as we had a kid, oh my God. It was like, you know, we're completely opposite people, and so as soon as we had this kid, all of those opposites started coming out, right? And all this sort of like, how you wipe the kid's butt mattered, you know? I mean, it didn't even matter. I mean, but this is how it is in life. It's like, and again, it's like when you move in with your roommate and you think it's going to be fantastic, or your best friend, and everything's going to be great until they quit cleaning and they're too loud at night and so on and so forth. The same thing happens a lot of times with business partnerships. How do you avoid those problems? You avoid those problems by having an agreement, like an operating agreement or a set of corporate bylaws. But it does take a team. And so the team usually consists of three things. A product guru, which is generally where the entrepreneur lives, is that they're the technician and they understand the product. A marketing guru, and a finance guru. Somebody to pore over the numbers and understand the trends and make sure things aren't going poorly. Michael Gerber calls this the E-Myth, if anybody's read Michael Gerber's E-Myth book. The E-Myth says that companies need a chief executive officer, not a chief employee officer. And this is what happens. You're the product guru or the technician, so you're busy delivering products and services to customers who are constantly needing you to put out fires. Employees are always screwing up, so you're busy working in your business and not working on your business. So you never have a chance to create good marketing campaigns. You never have a chance to go back and see, was I making any money this month, this quarter, this year? And here's what actually happens, because I meet these people, is they come into my office and they say, I started my business in 2007 and we lost $40,000. And then in 2008, we lost $80,000. And now I need more money because I need to stay in business, but I don't really have a plan. What I need is just more money, because I'm like right there, right? Like I have all these customers that have built up, and if I could just make it over this hump, I can turn the corner and we can get to break even. But the problem is that they're not spending time in their business. What they need is to change their business model. What they need is to get new sales. What they need is to lower their expenses. What they need is a good plan that will get them through, and by then it's too late. Because what lender is going to give you money when you have 2 years of losses that are increasing? None of them. None of them, and they shouldn't. But does this mean that then you have to go and get two partners and deal with all that hassle that we talked about, deal with the minutia of business decisions and arguments and boards of directors? No, you can outsource this too. If you're the technician, you can outsource your financing to payroll service providers, to companies like Paget Business Services, where what they do is they take your box of receipts, plug them into QuickBooks or whatever, and then every month they give you a report saying what the trends were, how you compare to the industry average, and what you need to do to change, right? So you can outsource your financing component. You can outsource your marketing component. You can hire ad executives or advertising agencies. They're not all that expensive. And a lot of times the smaller ones will do the production for you if you buy through them. So they'll buy from, if you're going to print brochures or whatever, or do a television commercial, if they're buying media for you, they're getting a kickback from those media companies. So a lot of times they'll do some of that production for a discount or even free, depending on what you're asking them to do. So you can do this. You can apply those three principles that we talked about in marketing and have them create a campaign that makes sense for you, and you can still be the technician, and you can still, at the same time,